and then turn it over to this lady who is going to give you guys some great content today on Canva. So the first thing, let's go over today. Oh, in the front? Okay, sorry, I'm not good at this. I don't do this ever. The first thing we're going to go over today is our mission moments and bucket fills. So who has something they'd like to share today?
Something great that happened in your business, someone you'd like to thank who did something special for you.
Come on, somebody
I'll
did
go.
something. Okay,
I'll go.
Tracy.
I just want to thank Dinah for always just being available, answering my calls or my texts, and we just kind of keep in touch weekly just to talk about everything. And she has such a busy business and a busy life, but she just, every time she picks up the phone, it's, hi, how are you? And I'm like, if you call me 50 times, I'm going to be like, again? No, so I just want to thank you for that.
I love talking to you guys. It's fun. As adults.
So who else has something? Jen.
I just want to say, Siobhan, you are awesome. She is there for us. Phone calls, connect me to this person, like just all the things. We love you and thank you for all the things that we don't even know that you do that you do.
Yes.
Thank you, Siobhan. You are amazing.
I got something.
Yes, ma'am.
Our 8:30 mastermind, I guess it's called, call in the morning. If you're not part of that, you really need to join because it's just a great time and you don't have to speak, but if you have a question and you're right there, most days we have our broker right there.
Yes.
And then you have Jean Jarman. Well,
Yes.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
People that do such a high level and just to be able to feel comfortable enough to ask a question.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
anyway.
Absolutely. I'm gonna throw one out there for everyone. This month has been like kind of crazy for me, so we bought a house. And then 14 days later, it was my birthday. So I want to tell everyone thank you so much for all the home wishes, the birthday wishes. You guys make me so happy to be a part of this market center, and I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. I appreciate it.
And you do things that I didn't even know MCAs ever did or should do, and so thank you for all those extras.
Thank you.
And she bends over backwards, no matter if it's changing over or someone that needs something done, like, oops, I made a mistake, oops. Can you fix this for me? Yes, I can do it, but not right, but she does it.
Yes.
And so I'm thankful to her for that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to move on real quick because I want to be respectful of the time that Amber Lee needs to train you guys on this Canva because it is going to be awesome content.
Oh, and
So-
thank Amber too, she's awesome too, so
Oh,
let's.
yeah.
Sitting here waiting.
You don't like seeing Margaret.
You're our guru. Amber is Amber, right?
Yes.
This office would not be where it is without this lady right here.
Yes.
So, yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Priceless.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
We were driving here today going, don't you feel like you shouldn't bother her because she's helping so many things? And I said, you're like afraid to approach you. But she never makes you feel like a bother.
Yeah.
Exactly, absolutely.
That's what makes a great leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what makes a great leader, guys.
Yeah,
Right there.
absolutely.
And if my face ever looks like that, it's just my face.
The last thing I'm going to say before I turn it over to Amber Lee is that we have on the table in front of you some requests. We are looking for some vendor partners, and we would like you guys to give us your top 3 favorite vendors that you use. And if you fill this out and provide this to us today, you are going to go in the bucket for a drawing at the end of the team meeting. And if you can do that during lunch, and then we'll get it pulled, and you'll know who wins before you leave today.
So give you some time to fill it out. What we would love to see is people that you've actually worked with.
Yes.
Not somebody that you found on Google that you've never called. So someone that you've actually worked with in your business. And just a reminder, due to our relationships with Top Flight Home Loans and Star Title, no mortgage or title companies, please. Jen, do you want to tell them why having our vendor partners is so important?
Yeah, so everybody buys into being a part of our vendor program here. And what we provide to them is the value of having relationships with you guys, right? They can come into every team meeting. I mean, not every single one of them, because right now we have 28 vendors. We can't bring them all in at one time, but they can come in and they can speak. They can be a part of our client events. We have one here right now, American Home Shield. So, we provide them value by helping build their business, and they can help you build your business and help you provide great, great service to your clients. So we are very particular about who comes into our program. They have to have a good relationship with our agents or they're not allowed in the program. So just keep that in mind. Make sure it's someone that you actually truly really like and you have worked with in the past and you know they are good at what they do.
And I'm gonna tack onto that, because she said, 2 magic words, did you hear them?
Buys in.
That part. Client events.
Yes.
Our vendor partners allow us to do things like the client events that we've been putting on for you this year, like that great event that we had in Elevate, our shred event in the rear parking lot. Without their partnership, we wouldn't be able to continue that value. So that's why it is so important for us to have people that are good, strong connections that you know, like, and trust to bring into our market center so that we can continue to pour back into you with things like those client events, bringing in special guest speakers, and having masterminds based on production that we can bring you to. We'll talk a little bit about that later when we talk about the video that Aubrey was sent.
Yep. And I'm going to turn this now over to our awesome Amber Lee. She's got a few more announcements to make, and then we're going to dive right into Canva, okay?
You heard my phone ring. That was Mike Miller. I think he forgot what happened.
Yeah, no, he's calling me right now. So I'm going to go take this call real quick, guys. Okay, wait.
We're gonna fly through a few announcements before we get to the tech portion of our program today. So if you did not know, Osmari Aguilar, who is part of our Associate Leadership Council this year, is doing a monthly book club. We just started our November book, which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you've never read this book, it's all about changing your mindset around money so that you can then invest and grow your wealth and build that real legacy that Keller Williams talks about all the time. So that's going to be Wednesdays at 2 o'clock right here in the office. We did take away the Zoom option for November because we found that just being together in person is a little bit easier than trying to talk about it on Zoom. So that will be Wednesdays. If you want to catch up, you can get a copy of the book on Amazon, or I'm sure we can find you a PDF copy. You can hear it from me. So, moving on, Gary's only mastermind this month will be in the Clearwater office today, starting at 2 o'clock. So that gives you plenty of time to grab something to eat after team meeting today, and then head over to Clearwater to get all of those great graphs, projections, inventory numbers that Gary puts together for you every month. And this is the only November option. There will also be only one December option just based on scheduling. So if you want to hear Gary, make sure you head to Clearwater later this afternoon. And then next week, we do not have a team meeting, remember, second and fourth Thursdays, and yet we still have value in the training room. This is going to be a hybrid option. So you can come in person, or you can come online on Zoom. We will have that option for you at 1 p.m. with Florida Best Quotes. They are covering, is my listing insurable? Is that a problem in Florida right now?
Yes.
Is that a problem especially in our area?
Yes.
So they're going to cover all of the things that you need to know basically before you put it on the market. How to spot red flags that could be an issue with insurance later, understanding what insurance approval actually looks like, how to view the home when doing the walkthrough through the eyes of an insurance provider or an inspector, as well as how to prepare yourself with things like pre-listing conversations so that you don't run into any issues when you put the listing on the market. So that will be Thursday, October 30th at 1 p.m. I know you're all very sad that we don't have a team meeting next week because that means no Halloween costumes. But I'm very excited to tell you we're dressing up anyway. Your leadership team will be doing the decades on Friday. So we decided, since we can't all be together and put on that ridiculous show that we do every year, if you come in Thursday dressed up, or you post in our Halloween thread on Friday a picture of your costume, the person who gets the most likes on that photo will receive a gift card. So we are incentivizing you to go out in public looking ridiculous. You're welcome. All right. Moving on from there, our 2020 Business Planning Clinic with the amazing John Prescott is coming in just a few weeks. John is a KW legend. If you are newer to us and you are not familiar with John, John is the person who co-wrote our Bold program with Diana Kokoska. He is a MAPS coach, he's an OP in multiple regions, and he is one of the best instructors you will find. So he is coming to us for Business Planning Clinic. We used this analogy before. You are not going to get in your car and drive to the Grand Canyon without an app. You need to know how much gas you need. You need to know when you stop. You need to know what hotels you're staying in. Your business is like your trip to the Grand Canyon. You want to get to the end with that income goal. You want to have the great life that we want you to have, but you got to have a plan to get there. So John is going to help you build out that one-year plan, starting with how much you'd like to earn and building that. And then from there, he's going to look at 3- and 5-year goals so that you can have a vision down the line. So you can go to the online calendar and register for that. If you'd like print materials, there is a charge for the packet. It's about 160 pages. So if you're a print person who likes to handwrite, we have a cost for that, $15. Otherwise, you'll get a copy of the mini materials when you come in at no cost to you. Any questions so far? Are we doing good on announcements?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then this one's my favorite. Who has been at our gratitude potluck before? Show of hands. So most people in the room. So for those of you who are new to us, this is a good time. Mostly because we get to eat. And that's always a good time to sit down at a table like this and break bread with each other and just spend some time getting to know each other or just hanging out. We don't get to do that a lot in our business. So we are going to have a potluck. We're going to ask you to bring a side dish to pass. Once we have enough side dishes, we'll start piling on desserts. Because folks, I know what happens.
Eat dessert first.
You have the best of intentions to make those mashed potatoes and gravy. And Thursday night, 9 p.m. rolls around and you go, oh crap. Costco's not open at 8 a.m. So you swing by the Publix and you get yourself a pumpkin pie. And then we have 40 pumpkin pies and we have 12 deviled eggs, and that's all we have.
So you're outsmarting us this year?
Jen, I've been outsmarting you for years.
That's the truth.
You're finally catching on, that's the problem. So I've got to tell you what it looks like on the front end. So we're asking you to bring side dishes so that we can make sure that we have enough food for everybody to participate. We will not have a standard team meeting on that day. This is actually our last team meeting of 2025.
Whoa, but we're not having a meeting, we're eating.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah.
Right? So we will not have a standard team meeting on that day, but we'll do what we do every year, which is some sort of gratitude exercise, just to be grateful for what we have, the people around us, and then we'll just break bread and hang out for a while. So you can scan the QR code on here to let us know what dish you'll be bringing, or you can go online to the calendar. There's a clickable Google form link there. And if you're wondering what other people have already signed up for, there's a link to see the responses as well, so that we, again, don't have 30 things of mashed potatoes.
Will you be sending us a reminder of what we signed up for, or do we go back on here and just look through?
Karen, I would be happy to send out.
Put it in the
I would be happy to send out the list. And if you need to change something, just let us know. It's as easy for me to just go in and click a button. It's not a problem. But we'd love to see you all there. We have a great time. All right. Womp womp. I know. Risk aversion is always good for you. I know some people walk out of that room and go, well, now I'm afraid to sell real estate. And that's okay. We want you to have a little healthy fear, right? Because it keeps you from making mistakes. So our last risk aversion option in person is November 18th at the same venue where it's been every year at the Marriott St. Pete Clearwater, 9 to 12:30. We did shave that time down for you, so you get more of your day back. As a reminder, traffic is brutal at that time.
Amen. Yes.
Like leave it.
Yes.
I've known Becky a long time. I've never seen her mad until so make sure if you are coming from a distance, you leave with enough time, perhaps even carpool, because parking can be an issue, especially at this hour. Remember where risk aversion is concerned, beginning on Tuesday the 19th is when, per our errors and omissions insurance, we must hold any and all commissions until a makeup session is held. We record our second session and then edit that down. So we may not have a makeup session until mid-December or even late December. And the last thing that I would like is for you to have a closing, which is so exciting, and then us to hold your check. So if you have not gone to risk aversion yet, scan the QR code, put it in your calendar in permanent marker, and make sure that you're there. And then one more before we dive into Canva, you're gonna see 2 QR codes up here. They are both different things. I'm gonna ask you to scan both of them. The first is just our holiday party. We are bandying back and forth if we're gonna throw one this year. Because sometimes it's really hard to get attendance. And it's a lot of work on our leadership team to plan it, to execute it, to put everything together. So just go ahead and scan this QR code for the holiday party. It's 2 questions. It's just telling us, will you come or not? And will you bring a guest or not? If you aren't coming, that's okay too. We need to hear that. So go ahead and scan that right now. Grab your phones, do your little QR code thing. And then the other QR code that you're going to see here that says 2026 want has to do with the video that Aubrey sent out. How many of you watched that? He said it's a short video.
16 minutes.
Yeah, 16 minutes.
44 seconds.
It allows you to pause it if you have to do some things.
You can talk while you're cooking and your whole meal. But what Aubrey
Exactly,
really
right.
covered is our roadmap, y'all. And if you have not watched that yet, I encourage you to watch it because we've got big plans next year. We've got a lot of things and a lot of value that we want to pour into you, like MAPS group coaching, things like exclusive events for our top producers. We did one this year with Jordan Freed, to really reward and honor the hard work that you do, special masterminds for all levels of production, special guest speakers. So there's a lot that we have already planned, but what we also need to know is what you want. What do you love about being here? And what would you like to see happen in 2026 and down the road? So this one's only 3 questions too. So I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes to scan the 2026 wants and fill that in. When you're finished, if you could just give me your jazz hands so that I know we're ready to move on. Some of you may have already filled this out from the email that he sent, and that's perfectly cool. We just want as much feedback as we possibly can. Thanks, Chris. You can always count on you. He's the only hands I saw. Got Margaret. All right, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you. I just don't know if you're done, right? I don't know if you're sending a text message or answering an email. I just want to make sure that we are all close to finished. I appreciate that.
You do require thought.
They do require some thought.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
The Aubrey one.
Some of us speak faster than others.
I guess peanut butter wasn't a good.
I'm with you. It is, we put peanut butter and jelly in the kitchen every day. I'm happy. All right. Does anybody need a little more time? I know some of you are deep in thought, and that's okay. I'll give you about 30 more seconds. Remember, you can just close this page on your phone and reopen your phone later or do it during lunch. We would just love to see that feedback, really honest feedback too. All right, about 10 more seconds. Don't worry, I won't do a countdown.
Done. Okay, good.
Connie's who we were waiting on.
I'm sorry, I was holding everyone up.
All right, y'all, we're gonna move on. Again, if you need to finish this up on lunch, no pressure there.
Just so you know.
No pressure there. Again, just the feedback is really important to us. All right. So we're gonna dive into the reason you probably came today. Canva. Who's here for Canva? I figured you didn't really care about the potluck announcement. So here's what I want you to hear. There is no possible way that I could teach you what every button in Canva does in the next 35 minutes. And I can get you on the road. So some of the things that we're going to cover today are going to be the things that you need to know to get started. A little whetting of your appetite, if you will. I will be teaching a full 2-hour workshop on November 4th at 1 p.m. To teach you how to get organized in Canva, how to leverage some of the AI tools that are in there, some of the creation tools. Because anyone who knows me in this room knows that my level of organization borders on neuroses. So I'm going to teach you how to make your folders, how to upload all of your things, and have a really organized, easy-to-use system. What we are going to focus on today is how the heck do you get in? How do you connect it to Keller Williams? Because you may or may not know that once you connect it to Keller Williams, it pulls all of your profile information directly from Command. You don't have to upload your headshot. You don't have to upload a logo. It's there for you. You can upload more logos. You can upload more photos. And yet it's pulling things from your profile. How do we pull MLS listings into our designs? So that you can very easily go in and make a quick flyer or even a video in Canva using MLS photos that have already been imported without you having to download or upload anything. And then for those of you who are current Canva users or Canva Pro users, can I see a show of hands there? Okay, so that's some of you. There is a sneaky little way inside of your existing Canva account to download your designs and then upload them into your new KW account, because they are two separate accounts. We cannot merge them, but we can work around that. So if you have your laptop with you, great. If you don't, go ahead and take some notes. We're going to start working through here. So the most important thing that you need to know about Canva is right on the top of that sheet. Can anybody read what the first line says?
Log in.
Log in. Does it say canva.com?
No.
It says kw.canva.com.
It says canva.kw.com.
There's one in every meeting. kw.canva.com. Thanks for that.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
No,
You just said it backwards.
No, it is. It's really, it's Canva,
Maybe
not
it's code.
KW.
It's canva.kw.com.
Yes.
This is what happens truly. This is not an excuse when you have dyslexia. That's why I'm not an MCA. Your DAs would be a mess. So, canva.kw.com. And you are going to log in with your KW username and password. So this is the same username and password that you would sign into Command with, or your app. Be prepared if you have not signed in before, you're going to get that fun little verification code sent to you. And then it's going to take you into Canva. And you are going to know that you are in the correct place because it says KW and Canva on the top. If you log in and it looks regular, you don't see that red bar, you are in the wrong place. You have probably signed in to your existing account. Does anybody need a second to get their verification code and sign in? All right. So we're going to be working backwards, essentially. We're going to set up everything in advance before we go to our brand templates so that we have everything sitting there waiting for us when we're ready to create our design. It allows us to just see some buttons. So what we need to do is actually connect this to Keller Williams. I know that sounds a little bit counterintuitive because you see the KW up here at the top, but Canva has to do some connection magic in the background. So along your left-hand side here, you're going to see all of your Canva tools. If you click more or hover over more, you're going to see a button that says Apps. When we click on Apps, it'll take us to the App screen. And if we have to connect Keller Williams to Canva, what are we searching? Keller Williams, gold stars for the audience today. When we search Keller Williams,
Wait, where did you search, where did you put that in, the search?
if you hit more, Cindy,
Oh, right
and then
there.
Apps,
I see that, I got on the app, so now where do we?
there is a search bar right in the middle of your page.
Oh, right there.
Yep.
Okay, so this is you, Keller Williams.
Just type Keller Williams right in there. I may ask if you need a little bit of technology help just to raise your hand, and I'll have Siobhan or Jennifer or TJ come hang with you. We got the Big Daddy out today, so there's a little limping. I'm a little bit slower today than normal, so if you do need a little technology help, just hold your hand up, and someone will meet you around the room. Now, if we searched Keller Williams, what are we clicking on? Softball questions only. All right. You're gonna get a screen that looks like this. If you've already logged in and done this before with Canva, you won't see this pop up, and that's okay. But we wanna click the button that says Use a New Design. And we can just select a flyer, we can select a video, doesn't really matter what you click on. Everything edits in Canva exactly the same way. So let me ask you this question. While we're searching, I'm gonna search the word flyer here, and I'm gonna click on a portrait flyer. Is there anyone in the room who's never used Canva? A couple of you. Okay. You are in for a treat. It's so easy. So easy. Now, I'm already connected in here, but what you see on the left-hand side of the screen is the word apps again, right? Right down here. When you click on that, you're gonna have two options, and it's important that you know this, because when you're creating a design in this system, you need to make sure that you are selecting Keller Williams to access our brand templates. If you wanna use the regular Canva templates, existing the way that you do, you can continue to work. To use ours, always make sure you're coming to apps, and you'll see Discover or Your Apps. We downloaded Keller Williams, right? So when we go to Your Apps, there's KW. We can select from there, and now we have two profiles. Y'all, if you could just take a look around the room, we got a couple of hands up in the back.
I'll sit in the back.
We got Caroline and Margaret here to help. And if you have a question, please just feel free to let me know it's a question, just in case you're in a difficult technology spot versus a question. So once we hit Keller Williams, what tabs do we see here now?
It's asking to connect.
Yes.
Click the connect button. That's happening to you. Just connect it again.
Now it's going, now it's showing the screen. Okay.
If you get a pop-up that asks you to allow, sometimes that happens. I've been working in this for right about a month since it rolled out. Sometimes it still asks me to connect, just has to reconnect that bridge, and that's okay. Once it is connected, however, you should see two tabs along the top left. Is everybody seeing that yet? We there together?
I don't know why.
So what do they say? Somebody shout them out.
Listing, profile, search by address, search by
Do we have to do anything extra?
How did it?
Listings and
We did not.
profiles. It didn't.
We didn't have to print and cut and recopy and put a, yeah.
Did we have to go to MLS and click a button and tell MLS, hey, I want to use Canva and I want to pull the listings over and I've got to click this button and I got to pay for IDX? Nope, it's here. So this is going to function similarly to how it functions within things like design and command. So your KWLS is built in. Now, mine is automatically set to my listings. Yours will likely be as well. I don't sell real estate, I don't have any. So I can search all listings. This is especially helpful for those of you who are doing open houses for other agents. Because you can search for the listing that you're holding open by clicking the All Listings button and searching by address, MLS number, zip code, etc. You can pull listings up. And this is anywhere in the US and Canada. I don't know why you'd be marketing something in Toronto and yet you could find it. So who has an active listing in the room that we can use as an example today? Okay, Becky, I'm gonna come over to the board and I'm gonna write it down so that everybody can see it. Becky, what is the address, please?
17749 Garcilosa. I'll spell that for you.
Yes, you are.
GARSALASO.
All right, and where is that located? And is it, what's the directional? Street, boulevard, road?
Circle.
Circle. And I'm writing this nice and big for y'all.
No E on Brooksville, but that's okay.
There's no E in Brooksville?
Yeah, there is.
Well,
I just
in the
looked-
middle.
Not in the middle.
Oh, well,
Oh, that one.
we all learned something together today. All right. So I'm gonna turn it slightly this way since more of you are on this side of the pyramid. Did you get it? Okay. So we're gonna type that in. Or you can use your own listing. Remember, if you're familiar with Canva, this all looks the same to you, right? It's just a new button to press.
Yeah, it's cool, your listings are right on the.
Pulls it right up, because it's connected to your profile, remember. And in a few minutes, when we get closer to the end of how to share our designs, how to download what we've already done, you'll see the magic in there. It's actually connected to your KW UID, which is what pulls everything directly from Command for you. So we've got a lot of magic buttons in here. That is such a street name. Does this look like it, Becky, right here?
Yes.
345?
Yes.
So now, if you've ever created something inside of the designs in Command, you'll be familiar with this view. We have all of the photos within here, and we have all of the property details as well. So it's pulling everything directly from the KWLS right into the system for us. I'm going to hit my back button here because I want you to see the other tab and how that works as well. So we've got profiles right here, right? It's you. So this is pulling from your Command marketing profile. So whatever headshot you have in Command already is living within here. The official brokerage logo autofills in here, and you'll see that I have MC325 leadership. That's something separate for the leadership team here. But if you are on a team, any team branding appears in here as well if you have a team logo. So we've got these two tabs to work within now. We've got some familiarity here. Any questions before we move to our next step? Going once?
Can we access this directly to KW Command, or we always have to?
No, it is a separate website. It's powered by Canva, yes. Always through canva.kw.com
Do
or
any other brokerages,
kw.canva.com, whatever I said.
do any other brokerages have this capability?
Girl, bye. No, actually, that's a great question. Jen, could you repeat that a little louder?
Do any other brokerages offer this connection with Canva and whatever their system is?
We are the only real estate franchise that has a KW Enterprise account. So this is included in your monthly technology fees. We are also the only brokerage with our own listing system.
I mean,
So MLS feeds directly into KWLS, which is why we can feed directly into Canva.
You always have to connect it every time you log in.
You don't have to do it every time, Caroline. Sometimes it will pop up and prompt you to reconnect, and just hit the connect button and it should be all good from there. Any other questions?
it's a savings. I already have a pro Canva account, so.
Pro Canva account's about $120 a year. You don't have to have that anymore because you have a pro account.
You covered later in the class today how to get, because I'm still getting charged for my own.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that. That'll be one of the last things we do, which is how to get our designs out of our existing accounts before we cancel things and delete accounts. So for those of you who have never worked within Canva before, you're going, okay, I have like a blank white page, great, congratulations. Like, I don't know what to do from here. I'm not gonna hand my seller a blank piece of paper and say, it's a listing presentation, right? So we're gonna go back and forth a little bit. I want you to be prepared for that, to see how things click and move within here. But while we are looking at any design, I want you to hear this, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. If you can edit one thing in Canva, i.e. you can click on a flyer and you know how to make a flyer, you can make anything else, because everything edits exactly the same way, downloads exactly the same way, shares exactly the same way. So just for your familiarity, before we go in and we start building something, you'll have different tabs here along the left-hand side that allow you to control your design. Things like text make sense, right? If you want to add a text box. The elements are going to be customizations. If you want to add customizations to it. You'll see uploads, which are things that you've added to the system. For those of you who are previous Canva users, you were probably uploading your own listing photos to make your listing flyer, right? You don't have to do that now. And then they have some additional tools and projects, which are organizational sections, which we won't really touch on today, but I'll be touching on that workshop in November. But what you should see about the middle is a button that says brand with a little crown on it. And in here is all of the things that Keller Williams has uploaded for you already. This is your brand kit. So what you're going to find are all of the official Keller Williams logos, our official fonts, the official color palette of KW. For those of you who are part of KW commercial or luxury, when you are expanding these menus, you should, well, I'm not in luxury, it's not giving it to me. But when you expand these menus, you'll see the luxury brand kit, and I'm gonna show you another way to find that. But you'll have all of the things within here. Oh, there we go. You'll see your brand kit here for luxury. They use different colors than the standard Keller Williams residential side, as well as commercial, so that you have all of these already built in. So for our KW luxury division agents, you don't have to go find a logo somewhere. It's already here. All of the colors are here. And what you'll see up at the top says brand templates. These are all of the things that Keller Williams has pre-created for you. This doesn't mean you can't use all of the Canva templates. These are just the ones that have been built with our particular colors, logos, fonts, etc., our brand look. So if we expand See All, you'll be able to see everything that has been created within your brand kit. So like I said, we're going to go back and forth in two ways. We're going to look at how to create a design from within here, like we're doing now, because maybe you click the template and you don't like it. And then we're going to look at how to start from scratch from the dashboard, so you know both ways to do it. So from here, you can simply scroll down and pick the look of something that you like. I am going to create something and then use Becky's listing. If you have your own listing, you can simply click on that. But for example, I am going to click on a flyer that you see here. Again, remember, if you can edit one thing, you can edit anything. I'm going to recommend that you do flyer again, just so that you are in the same spot that I am. So if you're having trouble, it's easier to help. So if you look for anything that says flyer, if you can't read the whole name, when you hover over it, it will tell you what it is. So I'm just going to click on this one here that says modular just sold. You also have a search button up at the top if you want to type in the word flyer. When I click on the template, notice it just popped it right into place for me. So it's all ready for me to go. Does anybody need another moment to add their template to their design?
I have to get the picture,
What pictures?
the picture of the person who that's already.
That's part of the template here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the template. Does anybody need another moment? You good so far? Okay. So if I want to put the listing photos and the listing information on this flyer, who can tell me, who remembers how we got to the listing section to find that tab? What did we click on first?
Yeah.
Our apps, exactly. So we're going to click on our apps and we're going to click on KW. And that's going to take us back here to what you saw before, where you'll see your listings, where you can search listings, and you have your profile. And we're going to work between the two of these tabs to fill in this flyer. Now, for those of you who have never used Canva and have been torturing yourself, making your own flyers somehow, maybe you're using designs, or you're just praying to the real estate gods that nobody asks you for a handout, this is going to make your life really easy. So when I select my listing here, I have all of the photos, right? Here's how we get them into the design. We have click and drag magic. Immediately, goes right in. If we want to edit this or zoom it in, all you have to do is double click on the photo. And we're all familiar with pinch and pull. We have cell phones, right? So we have some white circles in the corner here. And if we just click and drag on those, we can zoom in, we can zoom out. And if we hover over the picture, you're going to see a four-way arrow. This means you can move it. So I can click and drag and zoom it in a little bit, and then use my four-way arrow just to drag it so it's a little bit more centered on the screen. And then I can either click out of the picture, or right over here in the bottom right corner, you're going to see a purple button that says done. And that will take me out of the photo editing. I have a few more photos in here in the listings here, using this design with Becky's listing. So I can do the same thing. I'm just going to select another photo, click and drag it to the spot that I want it, and it's going to fill it right in.
So is it like, I'm having a little issues with the small pictures, so is there certain, well, it seems like you're having an easy time with it.
Tell me what's happening on, for
I
you.
don't know,
So
it's like it keeps going to the big picture, I have a big picture and I have small
So
pictures.
just make sure when you are filling in that you really hover over carefully. You'll know that you're in the right spot. You may not be able to see it from here, but you can see how my photo's kind of highlighted purple on the edges. That's Canva telling me that this is where if I drag and drop, it's gonna go.
Okay.
Give me just a second, I'll come right to you.
I
I'm
got
just
it.
gonna drag one more photo over. Oh, cute little kid room. Okay. So I've explained this process of dragging and dropping photos to you in about 2.5, 3 minutes. How quickly do you think that you could do this on your own? 30 seconds maybe, right? So let me help Cindy out and then we'll go to the next step.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Perfect. Cindy's brilliant, she didn't need me.
You can change the address by typing it in.
I'm sorry?
The address, you can change it by typing it in.
Yes, just make sure that when you are searching, Caroline, that you're searching all listings versus your listings. So when you are on this screen, you have a tab that says My Listings versus All Listings. If it's not your own listing, you have to be on the All Listings tab to be able to search. So now we've got some photos filled in. What are some of the other things that you can see on this flyer? And I will zoom in using my zoom right here at the bottom right of the screen. You'll see mine says 66%. I can click on that and I can just zoom in a little bit or as detailed as I want. What is something that is currently on the screen that is standing out to you like a red flag if you wanted to send this out to your database?
Yeah, so,
The address. Becky, we said this was in Brooksville without 2 E's, right? Not Boston, Mass. So we need to be able to update that address. So if we've got pictures, remember we also have text. So we have our Images tab and we have our Details tab. Watch that. Click and drag the text. Now you'll notice that that address is just a little bit big for the spot, and that's okay. When you're working in Canva, for those of you who have never used Canva before, when you click on a text box, you're gonna get a little bar that pops up at the top. This is where we see what our font is, our font size,
You have
where
any
we
luck
can
with
choose
the
specific
choose
colors
things?
and spacing.
Did you have any luck?
Scott is here with us. I'm gonna just mute our friend Jean Jarman. We do love you, Jeans. All right, so I can either click and move the text or I can even make the text bigger or smaller. I'm gonna make it smaller. So you'll see the number up here at the top, right? Where it says when we hover over font size, we have a plus size and a minus size. We hit minus, makes the font just a little bit smaller and it can fit in our area. We can also move the box, again, just like we moved our photo box. Yes, Terrence?
Can you quickly go how you got the address to pop in that address right there?
Yes, absolutely. So we have our Images tab, right, top left?
Yep.
And then go to Details here, Terrence. And then just like the photo, click and drag it into the box.
Okay,
So for example, you'll see I have a title versus an address. If I drag different text in there, it's gonna autofill different text. So it's gonna autofill the text for me as well on most existing designs. Did that work for you? Were you able to follow?
yes, thank you.
Now, you'll see there's also a little chunk box here of text. You'll see the listing description here. Do we think that's gonna fit in that box? Probably not. And that's okay, because if you were handing somebody this flyer or you were sending this flyer out to your database, you're probably not going to give them the same listing description. So you can use this smaller text box, whether this is an open house flyer, a just listed flyer, or in this case, a just sold, to put some of the highlights of the property, what made it special. So just like everything else, like we did with our photo, where we double clicked on it to make the size, or we double clicked on our text box to change the font size, to type in our text box to change what it says in here, because this is not in the West Oak neighborhood sold by the Your Name real estate team, right? To do that, just double click inside of it, and you can type in whatever you want. For example, I'm gonna type Becky Scott sold this listing. And we have the same functionality anytime we're using text. We can change the font. You have access to all the pretty ones. Because it's an enterprise account, we can make it bigger or smaller with our plus and minus sign, right? We got that practice here with our address. Some of the other things you'll see here are like text color, right? So if you don't want it to be gray, you want it to be black, you can do that. Now you'll notice here, it's filling in the core brand colors. So these are the KW colors when we hit text color. If you're looking for luxury or commercial, remember you can click core brand kit and choose what color palette you're working within. So if you are a KW luxury designated agent or a KW commercial agent and you need that exact taupe or that exact orange, it's there. You'll also see Canva does you a solid and it matches some of the colors that you see inside of the photo as well. So if you like this pretty blue from this fella's shirt, you can change the color there. Or you can choose custom colors here. I'm gonna go with KW just for fun. So I'm gonna highlight my text and click KW red. Jen?
Where did you find the KW brand kit?
Okay. So when we are selecting text, I clicked on my text box.
Okay.
And I clicked text color at the top. So you should see that little A.
Yep.
When you hover over it, it says text color. When we select that, underneath the document color section, you have core brand kit. Click on core brand kit here, and you'll be able to select from the three. And that will update the core brand colors so that you have those exact shades.
And Amber, where did you find the box if you put Becky Scott's over the housing?
I just clicked on it, it was already there. So
Oh, it was, okay.
Yep.
I thought you dragged it in.
I did not drag it in. We're gonna get some practice with the undo button, Karen, and you'll see that in just a second. Any questions so far before we look at how to customize this for Becky? Because again, we agreed that she is not your name real estate team and she's definitely not a young fella. Okay? Okay? Any questions so far? We doing good? Okay. So we're gonna customize some of the stuff you see here on the bottom, the agent information as well as the company logo. Because nobody in this room or on Zoom works at KWGBA name. That's not a thing, right? That's a placeholder. So to get back, when you're working through your photos and your details, you're not going to see that listings and profile tab, right? So we just need to hit our back button right here, next to the address in the top left. And now we see the listing search box again, and we see profile. Click on profile here, and there's all your information, pulling directly from your command profile. Does anybody need a second to get back there or need some help? Yes. Hi. All right. So scroll up over here, Dinah. On this one right here. We're gonna go up, you're going down. Oh, got it. There we go. All right, so click the back button right here. And now you'll see the listings tab versus profile. All right. Yes.
So if you don't want the red KW and you want like a gray or black, whatever's appropriate for, how do we pull that?
So again, that's the brand kit. So for example, to answer your question, are you talking about something like right here where this is red or the text itself?
The text itself, like you don't want the KW to be red,
You don't want the KW.
like the letters.
Okay, I'm like, which KW? Where are we going with this? So it's the same way, Jen. So you just click on the text, click on that little button that says A, that says text color when you hover.
Okay, just change it like you would change
Yep.
anything else?
And
Gotcha.
just click on any other color that you want. I'll go with that blue. Okay? And if you don't like what you see, that's okay. In your top right corner, you have an undo button. Excuse me, top left button. You have an undo button. So nothing is permanent here. We can always hit our back button to undo whatever change we see. All right. So now we're working down here at the bottom. We've got our profile up, right? So we can change the photo here. We can change the name of the agent, the logo, etc. So how did we fill in the photos here? What was our, what steps did we take?
Drag and drop.
Drag and drop. Same concept. Click on your profile, so you'll see it like this. I'm gonna click on my name, and it's gonna expand my profile here. We all seeing that? Just like the logo, we have logo options. So click on your photo. If you don't have a photo, it is because you don't have a photo in your KW Command marketing profile, and we can help you solve that later. So just like we did with everything else, now that we've clicked on our personal marketing profile, we're gonna click and drag it right into the box.
Can we change that picture out?
You can, on your marketing profile, you could always upload another one from here as well, Frank. But this is what's on your profile, so this is what will always populate into here. And then remember, we can zoom in, we can zoom out. I'm gonna double click on my picture and I'm gonna use my little white circles to zoom myself in a little bit more. And remember, my 4-way arrow lets me move it around. And then I have a done button in the bottom right corner. How did we edit text? We did it 2 ways. Somebody shout out one way we did it.
You can pull it from the details from,
Drag and drop.
or you can just type it in.
You can just type it in, which is what we'll do here at the bottom. Because I'm not going to be able to fill in website, email, and phone number with one piece of data, right? So if I drag my email over into this section, it's only going to have my email. So when you're working through Keller Williams templates, make sure you're noticing things like that. So this is 3 pieces of information about me, right? Underneath here. If I drag it over, it's only gonna fill in what it shows. So remember, I'm gonna use my undo button, this back button in the top left, and I can just double click into the text box and highlight what I'd like to change. Remember, you can make your boxes bigger or smaller with the lines in the corner, and you can change your font size with the plus and minus here with your font colors. Good so far on that?
Amber, where's your phone number on the left side that you were able to drag it over?
I don't have my phone number in my marketing profile, Karen, because if I did, I'd have a very busy phone.
She won't give it out, Karen.
So how do we
It's
edit
the back
that
phone.
marketing profile?
I can show you that after.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the last thing that we're gonna edit here, just for expediency's purposes, is the logo. So remember, we had to hit our back button before to find our profile and our listings. We're gonna hit the back button again in the top left corner. Go to our logos. And here they are. We can click and drag them. Mine's having a little moment, and that's okay. There, come on, where's she going? That's fine, we're gonna have it there. It's cool. We can always just click on it and add it anywhere, click and drag it, move it around, make it bigger or smaller. Remember, all of this is customizable. So if mine's gonna have a little fit like that, I can just come down here, click on this little logo. And here's another Canva tip for you. You'll see some icons that pop up at the top. If we have a trash can that says delete when we hover over it, what do we think it does?
It deletes the whole entire thing, right? Like
It
in the
deletes
box.
it off your flyer. However, if you want to do that, you can, and you can just add this one. Click and drag, right? So I'm going to show you how to get to the brand templates from the home screen. Here's what I want you to hear about Canva. Like I said, we weren't going to be able to solve all of the world's problems today. I wanted to be able to get you into the system so that you can start playing with it. What you need to hear is, press the button, you can't break it. I promise you can't break it, because I try to break it all the time so that I can report it to KW support. If you break it, send me a screenshot. What I also want to remind you is, November 4th at 1 p.m., we're going to do a longer workshop on this.
How long is that?
It'll be a 2-hour workshop, Jen. So we're going to do a full-length workshop diving into this, into videos within Canva, how to set up your listing presentation in here and use presentation mode. So there are a lot of really cool things that just timeline-wise in a team meeting, we don't have the ability to show you everything. So we really wanted you to get the basics so that you can come in here and play.
How do you save it?
I'm sorry?
How do you save it? Save it?
It automatically saves, Caroline. That's why we haven't mentioned anything about saving. It's already working in the background for you. All right. So we're gonna do one thing within here before we go to our dashboard. From our dashboard, I'm gonna show you how to find these templates so you can start right from the home page instead of having to come into something that's already there. And then I'm going to show you how to get your designs out of here if you have an existing Canva account. And then we've got a couple of sponsors who are gonna speak, we're gonna feed you. Does that sound good? All right. So now how do you get it out? If you wanna send this out as a mailer, you're not just gonna walk door to door and be like, hey, I'm the mail, right? You might get arrested. I don't recommend it. So we have to get this out of here somehow. So whenever you are in a design, it does not matter the type of design, to get it out of Canva and into the real world, either to be printed, to share the video on socials, anything like that, you're looking for a share button. You're not looking for a download button. So if you've never used Canva before, that feels a little bit counterintuitive, but you're gonna look for share in the top right corner. And then you'll see a download button. Because Canva doesn't just say, hey, download it, get it out of here. You can collaborate with people on your team, for example, if you are on a real estate team, you can print things through Canva, and you can even do direct share to your social media accounts, which I don't recommend because it makes them click a link to view the whole option. We're gonna click download here, and then it's gonna ask you a file type. So if you are not necessarily a techie person, here's what you need to know about that. When you expand your file type, if you want to put it on social media, like it's a picture, like a picture of your dog or a picture of you taken at the beach, you're looking for a JPEG or a PNG. It will give you a blue bubble that says suggested, that's gonna remind you what type of design you've created. You have PDF options. This is if you want to print something. And then of course you'll see some video options down here as well, if you have created a video within Canva. And then all you do is select what you'd like, and you have your download button right here, and it's gonna save it direct to your hard drive. We good on that? Any questions before I navigate away from this screen to show you how to get back to your dashboard to start from the home page? Okay. So you can do it one of two ways. You can just go to canva.kw.com or kw.canva.com, whatever one is correct, use that. Or you can come right over here into the top left corner. There's gonna be three little lines. They call this a hamburger menu. I didn't invent that, that's just what it's called. Click on the hamburger menu, and you're going to see some of those options here, like your templates, and you'll have a home option as well as a Canva option. If you click home or Canva, it takes you to the same place, which is back to your home page. And now from here, if you come in here and you're like, I'm making a video today, I'm crushing it, I'm making a reel for Facebook about my new listing, and I'm putting all the pictures in. And you want to practice and you break it, and you send me an email and I say, hey, we're gonna hop on Zoom, give me 10 minutes, we're gonna take care of that. How you find those things, right over here with brand, again along the left. Remember, anything Keller Williams specific is always brand. When you select that there, again, you see your brand kits, which are your color schemes, and your brand templates, which live right here. And then to use one, you just click on it, and you click the button that says use this brand template. So for example, I clicked on a video, all you would have to do is update the text and change out the pictures, and it creates a nice scrolling video that you can put on Instagram. So if you are afraid of video, Canva's a really good way to get there. Before we look at how to actually get some of our existing designs out of our current Canva accounts, what questions do we have about anything we covered today? Should we feel good? All right, we got a group of you. What I want to hear is from two of you. I want to hear some thoughts about the Canva KW from at least two of you. Parents.
So I'm not a technical savvy person, and when I was using all the previous stuff on our command, it really took me a couple hours to kind of sometimes put together a sheet. And last month I watched that little thing from Ryan Yarborough did, and I actually had a couple listens coming up, and you can reduce your time to like under 15 minutes. like a nice flyer too.
Mhm.
So that, to me, that's the most impressive thing, and I haven't even dug into like the total possibilities. I'm not that advanced yet, but I'm gonna get there.
So you have created more time in your business,
100%.
which for you, especially as a dual career agent, that's a big deal,
Yes.
right? Jen?
Can you show us how to do the video again, like where to go to navigate for social media video, like?
Yes, pause on that. Okay. I want to hear an aha from one more person. What'd you learn today?
I'll say, I'm not there yet, but I think it's easier than
The designs. I agree. I agree with that. Anybody else want to share anything that you learned today? Was this helpful?
Yes.
Was this cool?
Yes.
That was the answer I was looking for. All right. Let me show you how to download your existing designs. You can do it one of two ways, where you could just simply share them to yourself in your new account, or you can download them. If you are a pretty heavy Canva user, which I know some of you in the room currently are, the fastest and easiest way is to actually utilize your download button, which most people don't know that Canva has. I'm going to tell you in advance that it can take a couple of days for you to send them a link, or for them to send you a link. Understand that it's not immediate, so that may happen to you. I am going to log in to my other command account, or to my Canva account, outside of my KW account. So I'm just going directly to canva.com, and I'm signing in with my email and password. So for those of you who have an existing Canva account, go ahead and log out of your current Canva, log into your KW Canva, and log into your existing account. And from there, it's just a couple of buttons. And then we're going to bring up Lauren for a few moments to introduce herself to you, because she is one of our newest vendors here. So once you are in your existing Canva account, just show me your hand. Okay? All right. So in the bottom left corner, you're going to see your initials. You click on that, and then click the word settings in that little pop-up menu. You're going to see some options along the left-hand side of the screen. Click Login. And you're going to scroll down, and you're going to see a button right here that says Download your Canva uploads and designs. And click Request New Download. And like I said, depending upon how many designs you've created in here, if you've created a lot of video, things like that, it can take a day or two for them to send you a link. When you click on that link, it comes right in here, and you'll be able to click download, and it's going to have a zip file that you can extract to your computer, and then I'll send you some instructions on how to upload that. Just because out of respect for time, we are a few minutes over, and I know some of you have to go right on time, and I appreciate you sticking around. So Lauren, come on up for us. Everybody, a round of applause for Mary. Have you stand right there so our